Hey y'all, welcome back. So part of Dear Julie's monthly challenge is we have a mini challenge in the challenge, and this month for December to remember the mini challenge in the challenge is called an accordion book. So this is what it looks like. You can glue these pages together or not. You can make them pockets or not. I chose to put a pocket in the top and a pocket in the side and do that every other signature. So I already did a flip through in another video of this, and so we're going to put this aside and I'm going to show you how I made it. So I already picked out the papers that I want to use. These were, with the exception of this one here, these were all 12 by 12 papers. I got them in a grab box, so with a whole bunch of other stuff, and so I'm not exactly sure who they're from, you know, what particular brand of paper they're from, or even if they're from a paper pad. I'm not exactly sure. This one here actually must have been an 8.5 by 11. This is the Paper Studio. And oh, I'm doing that. Okay, this is the order that I want them to go in, is the way that I'm folding them. Okay. And okay, so yeah, some of these were 8.5 by 11. I believe this was too also. Okay, and it's got to have 6 pages in it. And then you don't have to, but you can make a cover, and I'm going to, because all of these are, it's all cardstock, so it's a little bit thicker than regular copy paper. And so I want just a little, this is actual cardstock that's thicker. So I'm just gonna fold this over so I can give it a little, a tiny little spine, right? I think that's like 1/8 of an inch spine. And how I'm gonna do that is I'm gonna fold this up so it's just barely at that edge, and I'm gonna make sure it's straight, and I'm going to take my bone folder and give that a really good crease. And then I'm going to flip it over and make a crease just on the other side of that. And I'm gonna do that by trying to get like 1/8 of an inch right there, and then folding that down and giving it a good crease. And so now we have a tiny little spine right there. So this was actually a 12 by 12 piece of scrapbook paper, and I cut it down to 11.25 by 9, just so all these would fit in there. And so I'm going to put that aside for a second. And I actually am not going to glue any of them together to make pockets. What I'm going to do actually is fold every other one this way. And I'm going to keep this as like a writing journal. And then this will be the inside. Okay. So this is going to be page 1, the first page, the second page, the third page, the fourth page, the fifth page, and the sixth page. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with the page 6 down, okay? And we're going to put a little line of glue right here. And then we're going to take page 5 and put it right on top and make sure that we have it even. Oh, these pages are not the same size. Okay, so as even as possible. This is just a hair bigger on either end there. I'm not concerned about that though, because it will fit in that cover that we just made. Okay, so now that you have page 5 attached, we're going to put a thin stream of glue on that. And then we're going to take our page 4. I think it goes that way. And we're going to put that right on top. And make sure that we have it even. And we're making a little booklet, as you can see. Okay. Okay. And then we're going to do, let me move my glue thing over here. Okay, so page 4, little thin stream of glue. And then put on page 3. I'm using Fabrifix glue. I like it because it's quick dry. And if it's already dry, you can just, on your hands, you can just rub your hands together and it comes off in a little ball. Okay, that's page 3. Now we're going to put it, oh, wait a minute. Make sure that's together properly. Okay. Now we're going to put a little stream of glue right here. And put page 2 on top of page 3. And I know these are sideways, but I'm really not concerned about that. Because I am making it a journal, and then like a journal companion actually, and then that way if you want to put pictures on the side that you can't write on, I'll leave that for that purpose. Or you could actually take like notebook paper or just plain copy paper and tear it down so it'll fit on top of that. And then that way you could use that as writing space too, and then you'll have a little backdrop. Okay. So we're going to give that a second to dry. Okay. And so here, this is the reason why we needed to fold that other outside piece, so we have a little spine in there, and that should fit right in here without any issues. And actually, I could probably cut a little bit more off. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Now that we have this in here, it is exactly the same size as that. And so I'm just going to square this up, and we're going to cut off just a little bit, like maybe 1/8 of an inch. And then that way you see that some of these papers are peeking out and they're not all exactly straight. But that's okay, because the outside cover is going to kind of hide that part, and so you won't really notice anyway. Be very careful with whatever cutting tool you happen to be using. Okay, so that should fit in there with a little bit of space now. Just a little bit. Okay. That one piece, though, did not cut straight. Just right here. And it doesn't want to, and I think that's because there's a paint right there. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, there we go. Okay, and then we're going to take a sanding block and just sand down those edges. If you've never done this before, I highly suggest that you go get one because it makes the paper so smooth. It feels really good. Okay, we're just going to do that for the other sides too. Okay, and I think that we can cut that down a good bit, actually, because that's given us, okay, we can cut off like a 1/4 inch maybe. Okay, I'm going to put this right here. And yeah, we can cut it off to a quarter. We can cut off a 1/4 inch. Okay, let me actually unfold it so I don't mess up the spine part and then make it uneven. Okay, we're just going to use the grid here to line that up with. And then we're just going to cut that piece off. And then now it should fit in there perfectly with just a little bit of edge on all sides. Okay, I don't know how well you can see that. But now what we're going to do is we're going to put glue just on this inside cover in that spine that we created. And then we're going to put that in there. Make sure that it's evenly distributed, even where you want it. Okay, there we go. So now you see we got a little spine right there, and we just need to make sure that it's butted up against that spine, and then give that glue time to dry. I'm not going to decorate this now because I'm not exactly sure how I want to decorate it, but when after I get my thinking cap on and decide what I'm going to do, then I will come back and we will decorate it together. Okay, this just has a little bit of fuzz on the end because I cut it down. Oh, okay. And it looks like the inside of this paper is actually white. So I'll probably end up distressing it. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and do that. I should have done that first. Okay. I always keep a rag handy just to wipe away that stuff there, because otherwise it'll be all over my hands. Okay, we're going to flip it over and we're going to do the same thing. And that glue is actually still a little bit wet. Okay, I'm just going to wipe that off. And then make sure that that is glued together really good. And so, okay, it's still drying a little bit, but you'll be able to take a piece of paper and just tear the edges off. And then ink them up if you want to, and then you can just put this down here, and then that way you'll have more writing space. Or you can take a picture and glue pictures on there if you want to. And if you wanted to, you could glue here and make that a side pocket, or glue here and make it a top pocket. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and keep this as an extra journal for you to write in, and then add pictures in, although we do need to cover that. So let's see. We have, what do we got here? Okay. What we're gonna do is make a little corner tuck for that. And I'm just gonna mark, how far down? Okay. I'm just gonna mark about right here. And then we're gonna cut that off. Where did that go? Right, okay, it's right there. And we're gonna cut that off. And then I'm actually using that for something else. So let's see. I don't know how far down that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut off a tiny little, you know what, actually, we'll use the big side of this. And we're just gonna cut that right there. That way, you'll know that it opens up, or it's gonna be a tuck spot. And actually, I want a little bit more cut off than that. So, since we have that, how am I gonna do that? I'm not sure how I wanna do that. Where's my scissors? Okay, we're just gonna, is that how I wanna do that? Because I can't see exactly how far that is coming out. And so I think maybe just a little bit more. Okay, good, you can't see that. And we're gonna do the same thing to this, just to stress those edges a little bit. Okay. And you can put a sticker on that. You can put stamp a word on a different piece of paper that is lighter, so you can see what it is. We're just going to glue both of these sides down here, and then we're going to put it so we have a little bit of white edge peeking out there, but not too much. And we're going to wipe that glue up. Okay, and now we have, there we go, you can see this better. Now we have a little tuck spot. Okay, actually that can go in there, but we'll wait until it's dry. All right, so do we have any others that look like that? All right, I think that was the only one. Okay, and I think that's dry now. So we're gonna go ahead and call that done. We're just gonna give that a little good crease with that bone folder. And there you go. So I will figure out how I want to decorate that, and I think I will go ahead and put that on there. And I'm not gonna make a pocket on this one. We're just gonna glue the whole thing down. This here is actually one of Dear Julie's digitals too, and I believe it came from a Fun Day, what does she call that? Fun Day Friday freebie. So if you go to her Ko-fi page, you'll be able to download this also. And I don't even, there was a couple of them that came on the same page here. Okay, so there you go. Now you have a little journal companion. Something quick and easy that you can throw together if you need some a quick gift. And I think, is this my bling box? It is. Okay, so I think that needs a little bit of bling on there. Let's see if we can't take this off. my favorite non-craft item tool is pointy tweezers. So we're just going to pick that up, and we're going to just put a little bit of glue on there. There is adhesive on here already, but just to make sure that it stays. That looks like a little snowflake there. Oh, no, don't come off. Okay. There we go. Okay, there you go. All right, I hope you like what you saw. If you do, leave me a comment. Let me know what you're making. Did you craft along with me? If you would hit like, subscribe, and share. As I was sitting in my office today, my husband doesn't feel good, so I've been in here all day, and I uploaded another video earlier, and then I went and checked, and I got another subscriber, so I have 157 now. For my 150 subscriber mark, I did set up a Ko-fi page myself. If you want to head on over there, there is a 5-page digital kit that you can download for free. It's winter backgrounds, and there's 5 different designs there. So I will put that in the description box below, and you can head on over there and pick that up for free. So I hope y'all have a great night, and come join me for my next video. We'll see you soon. Bye.